Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Owen Donahue, and today I'll be giving you all a presentation on how memory forms in the brain. Can you remember your first week of this school year, or even the last song you listened to? How about what you ate for lunch? You may have never thought about your brain gathering memories and dreams and storing them for you to remember. However, it's fascinating and happens every single day. Today, I'll be teaching you on how the human brain remembers and forms dreams/memories in the brain. I will also talk a little about why we don't remember some memories and why some are much clearer than others. First, it is important to understand how the word memory is worldly defined. Memory is the process of retaining knowledge over a period for the function of affecting future actions. The definition is from the National Library of Medicine. The brain encodes, stores, and then retrieves information, which are the simple fundamentals of memory. Step one of the process is the brain encoding information. Encoding is when the brain is taking in information and absorbing everything. The brain absorption process is through all five senses. The five senses include sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. All five of these contribute to memory and can build certain details in the brain. Now, not everything you see or touch, for instance, becomes a complete memory. Building memory is based on attention. If someone is very focused on information, then they will remember it much better and the material will encode into the brain. If a person is very distracted, information will not encode as well and remembering back will most likely be foggy. Step two of the process is the process of storing the encoded memory. After all the information has been encoded, it is time for the brain to store the facts. When the brain stores information, it is stored as connections between neurons across different parts of the brain. First, the hippocampus processes the data and links neurons together based on sight, hearing, and emotions, and etc. from the same memory. This is called memory consolidation. Memory consolidation is the process of turning small memories into longer ones through neuron links. Over time, memories grow older and separate from the hippocampus, and they are distributed through certain parts of the brain depending on what the data involves. Visual details go to occipital lobe. Auditory goes to temporal lobe, and importance and knowledge goes to frontal and parietal areas. This certain system of distributing memories is why, if a certain part of the brain gets damaged, not all information would necessarily be gone. Lastly, sleep plays an important role in storing memories. When humans sleep, our brains replay the neural networks formed throughout the day. This strengthens the connection between neurons and enables the memories to last longer. Step 3 of the process is the brain retrieving the information. Retrieving the memory information is the brain's ability to recall memory from the past. When I hear this step, I always think of recalling information for a test that you had studied the night before. Sometimes retrieving can be very easy or hard depending on how well the specific memory was stored in the brain. Stronger connections between neurons can make it easier to remember certain memories. The brain is made up of billions of nerve cells called neurons. These neurons are what control your brain, and they are always communicating between each other. Long-term potentiation, or LTP, is what neurons communicate between each other a lot. The more they communicate like this, the stronger the connections get. Now, with all this info about how we gain a memory, you might be thinking why we forget things. We forget certain scenarios if these neurons connections weaken over time, but also because of many reasons. Old age, new memories, brain efficiency, and old age are all reasons why people could forget something. Lack of concentration, which causes a weak neural link, is a big factor for why people forget things also. The brain is working at a rapid pace and is a very cool process. It is important because the brain is working 24/7, whether you realize it or not. Thank you for listening. This is my works cited page.